hero shooters. That's all I gotta say. There's a trend in games, if you notice, a trend I like to call the Pac-Man effect, or Waka Waka, if you know what I mean. Every game that drops from a major company is trying to bank on the fact that maybe, just maybe, there'll be a new marketable character, whether this be skins or merch. Every game is trying to push a set of epic characters for you to spend your hard-earned money on. I say Pac-Man because, hey, that guy's made a Waka Waka lot of money, if you know what I mean. Typically, these games forgo any real sense of interesting gameplay for the same tired loop of attack defend you've seen since Team Fortress popped on the scene. It's not always a problem, but how many times do you hear the name Gundam Evolution brought up in conversation?
I like this guy.
Look, I didn't know, alright? Overwatch has been going somewhat strong since 2023. A new TF2 comic finally dropped, and Concord happened. So what do I really have to complain about? Look, I don't know, okay? I've been through a cycle of Blizzard abuse and I was finally able to put down the proverbial bottle, okay? Sue me. There's almost no innovation in the genre of hero shooter. Games like TF2 have been, for the most part, the same because they don't rely on new characters or weapons to bog down gameplay. In order to keep a game alive, most companies will now resort to constant evolution and diversity to keep players entertained. But when League of Legends makes characters like this, I mean, it just writes itself. Look, all I'm trying to say is a game doesn't need to have an endless evolution of mechanics. Flog hurts, spies die, and brother, I'm gonna scream when I'm not getting healed with purple. My favorite games, you know what's consistent among them? A cohesive style, ultra kill, blood is fuel, music make me go shoot, shoot, shoot. Silent Hill 3, gritty and disgusting with incredible ambient music. Half-Life. Look, I blame Crysis for this graphical dilemma, and maybe it's subjective, but video game music just fucking sucks now. Every game looks like real life, and every soundtrack is an orchestral mishmash to make you feel important. As time goes on, we're gradually losing everything that made games so important to me as an art form. Maybe I'm just a 20-year-old boomer, and maybe you're just a pig rolling around in slurry, but to be completely honest, whenever I heard AAA, my eyes roll so far in the back of my head I can feel them in my fucking mouth. Horizon Zero Dawn, Assassin's Creed, Uncharted, Call of Duty, Last of Us, etc. It's hard for me to see a game that looks like real life and say, wow, this is freaking epic, because I don't think like that. The buzzword of the past 5 years has been realism, but I don't play video games to be like real life. I play video games to experience stories only to be told in this medium. Silent Hill 3 is such an important game to me because it's a story only told in video games. Heather's just as skeptical as we are, but when thrown into a fucked up distorted reality, I better throw on a new diaper because this is getting real now. Look, my point is, we don't need reality, and not every video game needs to be completely original. Yeah, creatively derivative, but these stories mean less and less to me the longer we go on with the same tired premise and graphics. Hey kid, want this? Well, too bad, you're never gonna get it. Remakes and remasters are washed, new releases, new IPs, dead IPs, these mean nothing. The game's desperately clawing at the gates of time, clinging onto the idea that they'll get a remake. Never will. If there's an IP you care about that's laid dormant for this long, sorry, not getting one. Remakes and remasters tend to bog down this game industry. We are completely oversaturated with AI upscale garbage and untouched code. Most of these end up being complete dumpster fires.
I mean, what the fuck?
In my eyes, a perfect example of this done right is with reboots. Mirror's Edge Catalyst takes the already established premise of Mirror's Edge and retells it in a meaningful way. Not to say that Mirror's Edge is crusty, but it's kept everything faithful. I propose if you're gonna remaster a game, do not upscale it. Do not AI upscale an already existing game. I mean, I love ruining art styles as much as the next guy, and maybe instead of shitty remakes, attempt a series reboot. Maybe these things aren't mutually exclusive, but where is Dino Crisis?